Thunderstorms possible this evening. I'll be back to let you know where we're most likely to see them and what the biggest risks are in just a bit.
CPS Energy and San Antonio fire crews have been busy tending to utility pole fires all day long. Good afternoon, I'm Alicia Barrera, and coming up, we hear from CPS Energy customers and their biggest worries.
Before you make the pancakes, a warning. Certain boxes of pancake mix sold at Walmart are recalled. We'll explain why coming up. Plus, if you use Jergens lotion, there's a recall you'll want to know about too. The news at 5 starts right now.
And we begin with breaking news first at 5, a tragic accident on the city's east side.
A 2-year-old girl has died after she was run over this afternoon. This happened in the 4100 block of I-10 at the Casa Point Villas. San Antonio police tell us that our crew at the scene, the girl's father was backing his SUV into his garage when this happened.
He thought his daughter was inside the apartment. She was not. He ended up running her over. She was taken to BAMC where she was pronounced dead. It's unclear whether any charges will be filed in this case. And turning now to weather, a tornado watch has been issued for Bexar County until 10 tonight, and we are starting to see some heavy rain in our area.
Yeah, this view from the TransGuide camera 281 at Bitters not being affected right now, but Adam Caskey tracking all of this for us. And Adam, you've got some concerns with possibly some other roads in our area at this time.
Yeah, especially right now, I-10 and I-35 east and northeast of San Antonio. And we'll show you the radar in a moment. I want to touch on that tornado watch. A lot of you got the notification on your phone. You went to our app, checked it out. We are right on the edge of that tornado watch until 10 p.m., meaning that conditions are favorable for a localized tornado to possibly develop, just given the atmosphere that we have right now and the conditions that we have. We're looking at a few severe thunderstorms. One, northeastern Bexar County, right along I-10. Another one up in Kendall County. We're just going to start from the north and go southward. This is moving through Canyon Lake. Looks like the largest of the hail, which was potentially quarter size, has moved out of Smithson Valley. It is basically hitting the eastern portion of Canyon Lake, right near the dam there and then the Guadalupe. This is moving to the northeast at about 40 miles per hour. So a quick moving storm, but that severe thunderstorm warning is in effect until 5:45 p.m. And we've got another one to talk about. We're going to head farther to the south here. This is just east of downtown San Antonio. I mean, we're talking the heavy rainfall, and it looks like a supercell trying to come together here. Zool included. Where you see these purples on the screen, that often implies some of the large hail. Cibolo had a report of ping pong ball sized hail, so that's over an inch in diameter. That's about an inch and a quarter in diameter and can be damaging. But this is right along I-10 right now and moving to the northeast. So really quickly, we're just going to plot this out for some of the other communities off basically downstream from this thunderstorm. And that severe thunderstorm at that. We'll go right from the leading edge of it, and they're moving pretty quickly at about 35 to 40 miles per hour. So we'll say 36. That puts it at Seguin at 5:14 p.m., at the high school at 5:16, Navarro High School at 5:20, Luling 5:48, and Lockhart at 5:59. Okay, we're going to check back on this, talk about other threats with these thunderstorms and how long this threat lasts through the night in just a bit.
Thank you, Adam. Let's take you from radar to the roadways. We're going to take a look. We took a look at the roads just a few minutes ago. Our Justin Horn is actually out in Storm Chaser right now.
He is in New Braunfels at this moment. So, Justin, what is it looking like out there right now?
Well, right now, guys, we're in between storms, and this is by design. We're trying to stay, kind of away from those hail cores. But let me show you what we're seeing here. We've got that big billowing storm that we're watching down to the south that Adam just noted. It is starting to take pretty good shape. Looks pretty healthy when we look at the composition and size of this storm. And this is the one we're going to watch. We're going to probably work our way down Highway 46 a little bit closer to Seguin. Where we are, we're sitting on the Comal-Guadalupe County line. We've only had light rain, not a lot here. Again, we're kind of in between these storms. Back to the west there in New Braunfels, likely some pretty heavy rain and probably some hail just based on what we're seeing from those reports coming out of Cibolo. Where we are, though, again, just seeing the light to moderate rain. This is probably going to pick up some. And what we're going to do is stay out in Storm Chaser. We're going to keep you posted on what we see. If there's any damage or anything like that, we'll be the first to let you know. We're going to try to stay out ahead of these storms. As they work east, there is the potential, as Adam will tell you, for them to perhaps strengthen a little bit. The atmosphere is conducive for that. So again, that's the latest from where we are. Again, we're on Highway 46, just east of New Braunfels, and we'll probably continue to work our way a little bit further south and east to stay ahead of this storm that we're watching that's just to our south right now. Steve, Myra.
Justin Horn in Storm Chaser. Thank you, Justin. All right, now let's talk power outages. We're not being affected downtown right now by those huge storms, but a large part of our area at one point had more than 900 customers without power today. It was on the city's southwest side near Loop 410 South and Highway 16.
And of course, a lot of people know these storms are coming. On top of that, that's where people tell us they were without power for nearly 8 hours. Alicia Barrera spoke to some of those affected who fear going through the same thing if severe storms strike tonight.
Waiting for answers. Clara and Freddie Cepeda tried to keep cool on their front porch.
It's been worse weather and this never happens. I mean, when something happens, they fix it in 1-2 hours, you know.
It was a total of nearly 8 hours without electricity and information.
I call and they say they can't do nothing, that something about the weather.
They live off of Vincent Street at the center of one of CPS's largest outages this morning, according to the CPS outage map.
And I have 4 freezers and it's going to go to waste. I mean, it's already 7 hours and I was checking on one and it's already like defrosting.
My son actually missed school because my alarm didn't go off, so my phone had died. We actually have a few battery packs, but once those go out, then that's it.
Electricity was finally restored around 1 p.m. and according to CPS, this was due to a down power line, but the delays to get that going was because they had to do a troubleshoot to the circuit, and that way they could restore as much electricity as possible to those homes. But of course, these residents that have been affected, these customers of CPS, on edge because of those storms, the possibility of those storms moving into the area. But of course, CPS crews standing by. Reporting live, Alicia Barrera, KSAT 12 News.
All right, thank you, Alicia. It was a busy morning for San Antonio firefighters as well. Crews responded to 25 electrical fires in a span of 6 hours. The fire department tells us this all started around 4 this morning and continued through 10 o'clock. The issue was with electrical poles catching fire and causing downed power lines and transformers to blow. Here's why.
We've been through a little bit of a dry spell. And then we had the wind come in, and it's been the dust that accumulates over several months, and then you get that little bit of moisture. We'll see a lot of arcing wires, and as a result, we'll have a lot of these electrical poles that catch on fire.
Lieutenant Edward Olmo tells us the older the light pole, the more brittle it is, and the more likely it is to catch fire. He says if you see a broken pole, or certainly one on fire, don't go near that. Call 911.
And just a reminder, today's weather, you can always download the KSAT Weather Authority app. To do that, just scan the QR code that's on your screen right now. This app lets you track weather near you. Our meteorologist updated throughout the day. You can also search KSAT Weather in the Apple Store or in Google Play. And of course, we'll check back in with Adam Caskey momentarily for the latest on the developing weather situation in our area. Well, the Bexar County Appraisal District confirmed today it has been hit by a ransomware attack. It happened yesterday morning when staff noticed suspicious activity within the system. The initial assessment shows so far the appraisal database with the public sensitive property information not affected. Their email system was hit, though, and is still down and under repair.
Website is still available and is unaffected, so the public can use it. Our phone system is up and running with no problem, so people can call.
Assistant Chief Appraiser Scott Griscom says it could take 1 or 2 days before they can get things back to normal. At 6, he's going to tell us more about the ransomware and how he thinks this all happened.
Turning now to Ukraine. Right now, it is estimated 6.5 million people are stuck in Ukraine with nowhere to go. Another 3.5 million people have escaped.
Many of those who made it to Poland are moving forward. They're being issued Polish ID numbers that allows them to work, get health care, and send their kids to school.
What will you do with the ID number once you get it?
I guess I will go to work.
You'll go to work.
Because we have to eat at least something.
All this is going on as Russia continues to attack civilian areas across Ukraine. A U.S. defense official says Russia has not made progress advancing to Kyiv in more than a week because Ukrainian forces are providing strong resistance.
Several product recalls to tell you about today, from magnets that could be deadly in the hands of curious children to pancake mix you might have in your pantry, even a popular hand lotion. 12 on your side's Marilyn Moritz on the products and those safety alerts.
Hold the pancakes. If you have Walmart's Great Value Buttermilk Pancake and Waffle Mix in your pantry, check the label. Continental Mills is recalling certain boxes after cable fragments were found in some. The best buy date is September 1st, 2023. Throw it out or take it back to Walmart for a refund. Magnet danger, one we've warned of many times. Now HD Premier is recalling nearly 120,000 digit dots. These are tiny, high-powered magnets. If a child swallows more than one, they can attract and perforate the intestine with deadly results. Safety regulators say 4 children required surgery to remove the magnets. Contact the company for returns. Use Jergens lotion. Certain bottles of Ultra Healing Moisturizer are recalled because they could contain bacteria that can cause infections in immunocompromised people. The recalled bottles are 3 ounce and 10 ounce and all have lot codes that begin with ZU. And more than 3.5 million bottles of airborne gummies are recalled. The problem? The caps can fly off with force when opened for the first time. It's caused by pressure buildup. 18 people have been injured. The list of affected supplements is long, so we have a link to it on our website. You can return unopened bottles to the store, but if you've already opened it, there's no reason to return it. Marilyn Moritz, KSAT 12 News.
As storms are out there, we have more weather coverage when we come back.
He shot a San Antonio police officer back in 2020. Miraculously, that bullet was stopped by the officer's body camera. Now, 2 years later, there has been a move in this case. It's one of the stories we're working on for the news at 6 this evening. Our Erica Hernandez at a hearing for the suspect when he accepted a plea deal. She'll have an update on the terms of that deal. Long overdue, yet still a proud moment. It's how a student and the assistant dean at the St. Mary's School of Law described the confirmation hearings of the first black female Supreme Court justice, which began today. Our Jessie DeGollado hears about the impact she could have on the high court and on the lives of young people in the black community. That story and more coming your way at 6 o'clock.
Take a look with live cam right now, 86 degrees, and you know, we have a huge viewing area. It's evident when we have parts of our area that are getting pounded with storms. Downtown, nice and calm.
Calm and sunny with a blue sky overhead, but we have had some storms even locally, and we've been here tracking it, of course. They're moving out of San Antonio right now, but we've got some pretty rowdy storms out there. We're going to get right to them, track them out for you, analyze them, look what's happening inside those storms, and take a look at how big the hail is as well. Let's first look at the big picture. You see just a few of those cells out there, but the few that are there east and northeast of San Antonio, they mean business. And even a new one that's developing down right now in Wilson County and especially Karnes County. That's where we're seeing some activity there. So let me come over to the wall and we'll take a closer look at this activity and zoom in on it for you and assess the primary threats. Right now, the primary threat, I would say, is large hail. Yes, there's a bit of lightning. You see all those little white lines. Those indicate lightning strikes. Cloud to ground lightning strikes. So numerous lightning strikes, of course. And one reason that's significant, of course, lightning is dangerous, but it also often knocks out power. So we'll start with the storm moving away from Canyon Lake. That's moving into Wimberley, just outside of the KSAT 12 viewing area right now. Large hail associated with that, about 1 inch in diameter. However, larger hail has been reported and documented with this storm that's right along I-10 at the moment. And you see it's really a young storm. Just over the past basically 40 minutes has it developed, and most of it is missing Seguin right now. Seguin got clipped with a little bit of rain, but the bulk of this storm and most of it and the biggest threats, which would be a wind gust up to 60 miles per hour and even some large hail, mainly near McQueenie. So along and north of I-10, Marion to McQueeney, and then up to New Braunfels. And you see the purple on the map here. In this type of situation, that would indicate some areas of hail. And the hail track with this storm, which again has been over an inch in diameter. Yeah, some large hail with this. You see its history of dropping hail, basically splitting a little bit. Two different hail cores. One headed up to New Braunfels in green. It's already been there. You've already had that hail. And then another hail core now headed just on the north end of Seguin, right along I-10, and that's heading toward Geronimo. So this shows you the path of all the hail that has fallen within not just this storm, but we can also check on that storm that's moving out of Comal County. It had a little bit of non-severe hail near Bulverde, Smithson Valley area as well. Hail is one of the primary threats that we have. An inch or 2 inches in diameter is the possibility within these storms. And another thing I want to point out, not a big deal right now, but you see this little circle on the screen? This is our technology indicating that it's detecting a little bit of broad rotation or spin within that thunderstorm, which doesn't surprise me in this given situation. But right now, there isn't enough of that spin to necessarily have a tornado warning opposed to just this severe thunderstorm warning. So we take a look at a different product here, and you look for these reds and greens to get really close to each other, because that indicates the motion away and from and towards basically the Doppler radar, and also the winds relative to the storm. So see these pinks right here south of McQueeney? I mean, we're measuring 53 mile per hour winds there, and then even lesser amounts closer to Seguin. So that's something we're just watching with this storm. Right now, straight line winds pose the primary threat with this, and large hail. We can track this out for you. I'm going to zoom out. This is the primary one within our viewing area right now. So let's give you an idea of where the hail is right now near Seguin. Put that off to the northeast at its current speed, and that brings it to Lockhart at about 5:55 p.m., Dale at 6:04 p.m. These are some very small communities out there in between some of the bigger areas. Navarro High School at 5:23, so that's obviously momentarily. But that's what we have right now associated with this. Turning the lightning back on, you can see these are pretty electrified storms, and just over the past hour, you see how that lightning intensifies within the storm. That's an indication that it's actually getting a little bit stronger and strengthening. So we're on the lookout for the large hail. Already had a few reports of them. Sarah's going to pop this up. Here we go. This is from New Braunfels. That's bigger than quarter size. It's about ping pong ball size, so about 1.25 to 1.5 inches in diameter. This is New Braunfels as well. Large hail, at least quarter size, probably a little bit bigger, and that's the type that can be damaging. And there you go. These are more spherical hailstones that are about exactly quarter size, and that's quarter to ping pong ball. That's in Cibolo. So hail threat high. We've been showing you this graphic all day. Hail threat remains the primary threat. That's high, but tornado threat's moderate, especially east of Highway 281, and that's through about 8 to 10 p.m. Straight line wind gusts. That's another moderate risk tonight and this evening, with wind gusts potentially up to 60 miles per hour. We don't have to worry about flooding. That's not an issue here. Actually, we'll take all the rain we can get from these storms. Okay, here's our futurecast, and this is one computer model we really like, and one reason I want to point it out. Look at 5 o'clock. It's initializing very well. That's basically where the storms are. That's what it has been predicting. This is its prediction, and it's pretty much on. But then it pushes all the activity east of us throughout the evening. This is 6 o'clock, and we're clearing out in San Antonio is what this model's showing. And I think, judging by the current trends, that's actually going to be accurate, and the threat then moves east of San Antonio. There's the chance that what we had out there this afternoon is all we're going to get here in town. But we talked about that tornado watch till 10 o'clock. That mostly covers some of those eastern counties, Lavaca, DeWitt, and Cards County. Dry line, difference between dry and moist air. That's what's helping to kickstart these storms. Notice our storm chances really fall off by 8 o'clock. Locally, we have it down to 30%. So if you have kids or pets that are scared of the lightning and thunder, by bedtime, we should be okay. Tomorrow, sunny, breezy, 50 in the morning, low 70s by the afternoon, then actually kind of cool by Wednesday. Morning temperature right near 40, and by the afternoon, only 70.
All right, Adam, still things to keep track of here. In the meantime, we'll be seeing you in just a bit. Thank you.
All right, turning to sports. Well done, Keldon.
Yeah, it shouldn't have come down to that, but it did, and they fought back. So good for them. And a last-second shot by Keldon Johnson. Keldon to the rescue against the Golden State Warriors. When we come back, we've got the highlights for you. Plus, the Horns are out of the NCAA tournament coming up. Our San Antonio Spurs were able to pull out a last-second win to open a 4-game road trip in San Francisco, and now 2.5 games behind the Lakers, and now dropped to the 10th and final play-in position in the Western Conference. It looked like it was going to be a blowout against the Warriors, who are playing the rest of the regular season without their star player Steph Curry. Is sidelined with a left foot injury. Spurs got out to the early lead thanks in part to Zach Collins, who finds Joshua Primo for the one-handed jam. 29-16 Spurs. Collins ends the quarter with a straightaway 3, and the Spurs are out to a 36-22 lead after 1. The Warriors would trim that lead down to 3 in the second quarter before Devin Vassell knocks down a 3 at the buzzer for a 63-57 lead at halftime. Midway through the third quarter, trouble for Golden State. Draymond Green picks up his second technical for arguing with an official. He's thrown out of the game. Spurs take advantage. DeJounte Murray knifes his way inside, pushes the Spurs back up to 81-71 lead, but the Warriors respond with a 10-0 run that included this three-pointer by Klay Thompson. The Warriors lead 84-83 going into the fourth. Then Jordan Poole ties the game at 107 with under a minute to play. Jakob Poeltl is at the free throw line. He makes his first to tie the game at 108, but misses his second. Keldon Johnson gets a rebound in the putback for the game-winning basket. Spurs survive 110-108.
I was just like, man, just go for it. You know, I had faith he was going to make it, but I was like, just go for it. Even without a doubt, just go for it. And, you know, I crashed in, and I think somebody tipped it. And I just grabbed it and turned around and put it up. I was like, man, the main thing when I grabbed it, I was just like, I just want to get it off in time. You know, get it off in time, give me a chance to, you know, win.
All right, he sure did. Next up, be Portland in Portland, Wednesday at 9 o'clock. Texas Longhorns run in the NCAA tournament came to an end last night when the Horns lost to number 3 seed Purdue. It was a fight to finish, though. This 3 by senior guard Marcus Carr cut the lead down to just 3 after the Boilermakers got up by 10. But in the final seconds, the Horns could not make another basket. Jaden Ivey hit the step-back 3 to seal the win for Purdue, 81-71 as a result.
They gave everything. They played for each other. They represented our university, our city, our school. We established a lot in the first year building the program. But I think the story overall is just these players. Super proud of our guys. I thought they gave great effort all season long.
All right, and don't forget the South Regional will be staged right here in San Antonio at the AT&T Center. The late game will be Arizona and Houston after Arizona survived last night, and Michigan will take on Villanova Thursday in the early game at about 6:30. That's all at the AT&T Center this year, not the Alamo Dome.
Those are some college basketball heavyweights right there.
Big games right there. Yep.
Yeah. Thanks, Greg.
We'll be right back.